Because the kids say, I was playing and the kids come out. No, after the good review, all the firewalls, and the firewalls cannot work and pack, right? So when you are a system, high system, you have to have firewalls independent. When you crack one, the other one is already there, but it's still more. So when you crack one, two, the others don't let you pass.
Yeah.
They block. But they have the firewalls for the entire bank in pack. So the kids, by lucky,
It's like the Panzeri, you go to Florida, by that
he cracked one, he cracked everything.
They have the safety for the bank that's there in the building. They have 12 floors.
Yeah.
The security doesn't work at the bank, they work in the office. That's all about credit cards, bank accounts, safety.
Yeah.
The pure safety. And those are definitely.
Good morning. You
are
already back vacation? A lot of sun,
You
huh?
have a nice cold. Let me go. Good talking to you. Thanks. Take care. If this one recorded this conversation, I mean, you couldn't see in the camera the way they were moving their hands everywhere and everything. But this is what they do, pretty much. They talk about meaningless stories. And they laugh too much. They talk in a hypey way. They move their arms up and down. So they're always pretty much not talked to in an intelligent way. You don't learn anything this way. I've lived a life of complete complete slavery. Slavery. Surrounded with this junk everywhere I went. How you doing today? Good. dropping me off at the station. I put some money in there yesterday. I don't know.
Top of the car, what are they doing?
Where?
Car station, on the car park.
Yeah? Okay. I'll go over there. Let's try this guy.
Westbound towards Donville.
My card's not working. I don't know why.
Pardon?
My card's not working. I don't know why I put some money in yesterday. I have to get in it.
Put a fare in there.
I don't have any change. Do you mind just dropping off at the subway? I appreciate it. Guys, I'm here on a payphone. They're trying to do the impossible to get to me. Passing big trucks beside me, people passing, everything. Keep looking. We're gonna hear noises now, a lot of them. It's gonna get louder around here. Whether it's trucks passing by or people or whatever, you're gonna hear noise. What did I tell you about the noise? They're going nuts because they can't get to me. I'm in a payphone and they can't really block my view. Making a phone call. So they want to bother me because it's an important phone call. I'm going to expose some truth. They're trying to cheat in my bank account. So whichever way I look, they gotta bring in people. Look, you guys know that already. Run back and forth. I know you. And they put me on hold for an hour. Look at the time they're gonna put me on hold this whole time. Hold, 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 hold. Because they're cheating. They're trying to find a way out of it. They can't. You're gonna make me hold some more. That's right. Yeah, but that's not the amount that was put in. So there's playing around over there. That's not the amount that was put in. If it was deposited a couple times, we already know that. It's my mother. I already canceled her account and everything, and I changed the password. So I talked with the bank. I'm gonna pay them what's owing tomorrow. I'll get a check. That's not a problem. But the amount that's put on there, that's not it. That's not the one. Because that one's $94 something, not $91.41. And that one already came off. They're putting it again. So because it's the same number, 8609. BR to BR, 8609, and the same amount. There were never two checks deposited in the same account, same amount. Whether it was the same one, it was always a different amount. She's schizophrenic, so she changed the numbers. You don't have to see the check deposit. You could look at the numbers from last month. Look at the numbers. It shows right there on the screen. If you look at the numbers, there was never two numbers with the same amount deposited. You could look at last month. If you see those numbers, you don't see the same number twice deposited. Well, we'll look at the same one. We're talking about 3737, right? Okay. Now, there's no reason to look at the other one because checks don't jump from one account to another. So if you look at 3737, look at last month. The same number was not deposited twice. And here they're saying it's the same number. So it's wrong. And you know that. Okay, but where is it? Where's that duplicate check from last month? That's two checks deposited for 91.41. Look at the checks deposited, man. You can see it when you reverse the statement for last month. The numbers. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. No. It would have said something else. It's the same transaction. It says BR to BR 8609. And it has the same number. There's a mistake here done. That's why. This shouldn't be there. One of them shouldn't be there. Because if you trace back last month, you don't see the same amount being deposited twice. And now it's the same amount being withdrawn twice. Do you know what I mean? So it makes sense. There's a mistake there. This 91, the second one, shouldn't even be there at all. I don't know how it got there. And this is not something done at the branch. It has nothing to do with them. They didn't even know what that meant. They had to call you guys last time. I was there last week. So it's a mistake, I think, done on the second one. Shouldn't be there. This is what goes on around me. Sorry if I'm a little bit tense, but there's a noise campaign here done to me by CSIS. They're illegally harassing me, a government agency here. Because I'm a decent Canadian citizen. If I had a record, they could just throw me in jail, but they're illegally harassing me with noise. As you can hear, there's a lot of noise around me everywhere I go. It's called a covert operation. Covert meaning illegal, against an innocent Canadian citizen. You hear that? It's the whole time I've been waiting, I just noise and trucks passing me by, and on purpose, they work for them. So they're doing the impossible to make me tense, so I can't think straight, so I don't figure out that they cheated on my account. Because CSIS has a lot of people working at Royal Bank that work behind the scenes, illegal stuff they do. And I'm gonna catch them and call the cops. And most of the cops are in on it too. So it's a big problem for me. They've been playing around with my account for the last month. Cheating and like a snake. Now, I've made some mistakes. My mother has, yes. I admitted to them, and I took her rights away, and I changed she took the password. She had it on paper. She doesn't remember things. And this will never happen, and I will pay the negative due balance, no problem. I get a check tomorrow, I will make the full payment. So they're doing the impossible to stress me out, so I don't think straight, I don't figure it out. But I'm much smarter and much tougher than them. I'm gonna stay calm. And sorry if I'm sound a little bit tense when I talked to you earlier, because they're doing the impossible to make me come out as if I'm, I apologize. No, but you know what I mean. When you look at the deposits from last month, there were not one. There's only one deposit that's 9141. Fine, they took it out. How come there's another one? There was never two deposits of 9141. That's the one. Yeah, I have a copy of that one too. That's correct. And that was the one that came out a couple days ago. Not the last one, the one before that. I didn't say anything, that's fine. But this one, where does this come from? That's okay. At least now you have a full understanding of what happened. Maybe you can help me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks. You hear the banging guys and the alarms and everything around me. They're going nuts. I'm on the phone here on the payphone talking to Royal Bank. The head office, they don't know much because they have sneaky people working in the head office that go there overnight and play around with the account. So look there. From one account to another. They said they could fix it from the branch locally. Go there. The second transaction is not the one. It's from the other account. I don't know why it was switched from the other account to this one. I just talked to them. The second one. It's not that $94 and $3. It's from the account that owes $400 something. For some reason, it ended up in this one. I don't know why it shouldn't have. So they said they could fix it at the branch for you. They could just switch it to the other account. Because there were no two numbers I would deposit it in May that were those two numbers. So said it was maybe 24th, 25th or something like that. Man, it's madness. She abused me. She's been abusing me for 20 years. They said it could be something.
Make a note to make it easier for me to follow it, right?
I know.
So you said May the 21st?
I don't know, 20 some 30. Guys, I don't know how far this recorded, but I went inside the bank and I was right, and there was a scam. They tried to take out one. See, now I got cigarettes, I got my money. They tried. I have two accounts. Do you know what they did? A certain amount of money that was supposed to be debited to one account was debited to another. How is that possible? So I walked into the bank and I caught them in their lie. That they're doing the impossible to keep me drained with no money. The impossible. And something else I noticed, that most of the people, it's not just their own crew. In certain places, One sec. I want to ask